The 2016 league season is set to kick off in various venues around the federation, and it will just usher in Nigerian Football League fresh and entertaining as it will be. But it raises so many mind-boggling questions like club continental championships, how far can the teams go? As the team be well refined by the league management committee to really say we have qualitative football at home? These are very serious questions that will be addressed as the league kicks off today. Of course, we had the UEFA Champions League earlier in the week. For Chelsea, it's not yet game over until they meet PSG again, this time at home at the Stamford Bridge. And we'll see where they can go from there. So it's still a very open game in that UEFA Champions League fixture. And for Spanish giants, Barcelona and Real Madrid, it's still the same very successful story when it comes to dominating Europe as they look forward to just clear their second leg fixture and see how they can move into the quarterfinal stage of the UEFA Champions League. So much to offer you on Hot Sports today. We'll just take you into the major highlights of our program for today.
Trending on Hot Sports this week, we bring you big previews of the weekend games in Europe as the Nigeria Premier League season kicks off this afternoon. Our usual companions, Hot Sports News Desk and Entertainment Corner, keep their places. Our main issue today takes a look at 4 years of the league management company and still searching for club continental glory. Is the Nigeria League worth celebrating? For more news and updates, visit our website www.hotsports.tv. You can also drop your comments on our Facebook page www.facebook.com/hotsportsng. Our Twitter handle is @hotsportsng. Hotsports Nigeria Limited, a subsidiary of HS Media Group, have secured the support of the Nigeria Olympic Committee (NOC) to organize a summit for the forthcoming Rio 2016 Summer Olympic Games. The Secretary General of the NOC, Tunde Popola, gave the approval on Wednesday when the management team of HS Media Group, led by its chairman Taige, paid him a courtesy visit at the committee's secretariat in the National Stadium, Lagos. According to Ige, the brainstorming summit is necessary to avoid the pitfalls of London 2012 Olympics, where Team Nigeria finished the games without a medal. On his part, Popola assured Hotsports of the full backing of the NOC and admitted that the summit is long overdue after the presidential retreat held after the last Olympics in 2012.
For administration, yes, we have the best hands in this country. If only we come up with a view that, look, this is how I want to go. The change mantra is good, but sincerely speaking, nobody is being fair to this country, because nobody wants to be bold enough to say this is the way it is. All they want to do is, okay, let me see what I can get. For some of us, it is not the rule, and for it's not. We are trying to give back to what we have gotten, but some are just so timid. They are one of the best brains we have in this country in terms of running sports. Yes, but they are very timid about saying the truth. I mean, this is what is there. No, don't let's go there. They're going to put me aside. Well, I'm able to get some funding there. They want to. I don't belong to that type of school, and that's what I'm saying quite clearly now. Whoever is there, if you're doing the wrong thing, I'll tell you to your face. It doesn't make no difference to me. But the truth is, the Nigeria that we hold today should be dear to our hearts. And that's why this seminar is very, very key. We should sit down and tell ourselves the truth. We don't want sacrifice at that meeting or that conference. I don't think we need them. We need to say ourselves the truth. If we have to tell our president, the president of Nigeria is our grand patron in the NOC. And I'm being honest with you now, but don't play politics about this issue. Whichever party I belong to, I know what party I belong to. It's not for public consumption. But I will tell you, I respect him for one thing. He's a very straightforward human being as far as I know. And that is what we need.
Hotsports have in recent years played major roles in several activations involving big sporting events. At the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, the company organized a sponsored campaign tagged Road to Brazil, where over 100 selected fans enjoyed an all-expense-paid trip to Brazil to witness live matches.
Hot Sports cranks up the heat this Saturday with fresh sports news and incisive analysis. backed by exciting visuals. Hot Sports, your unique source of sport information, education and entertainment, inimitably delivered via hot, scorching argument where no one blinks. Don't miss it.
After last weekend's exciting action-packed encounters, the English Premier League will take a backseat this weekend as teams file out in a quest to dethrone Arsenal in the FA Cup. Launch hour on Saturday will see the defending champions Arsenal take on Championship leaders Hull City. Still reveling in the 2-1 win over Leicester City, Arsenal will look to the record books to draw some comfort against the Championship side. Arsenal hasn't lost in the FA Cup to Hull City since 1908. Can Hull City break that jinx? We'll find out, probably, after 90 minutes of action at the Emirates. Odion Ighalo may be experiencing a minor goal drought in the league. He will be expected to lead the line again when Watford hosts Leeds United. Troy Deeney seems to have a knack for scoring against Leeds, finding the net at least once in 5 of their last 6 encounters. The only time he didn't score, he was sent off and Watford lost. They will hope to keep him on the pitch for 90 minutes and hopefully he will get on the score sheet again. While Reading play West Brom also on Saturday, 2 Premiership sides will round off Saturday's action. Bournemouth will host Everton in what is expected to be another exciting cracker. On Sunday, the big guns will come to play and there will expectedly be no shortage of excitement. In February 2014, Manchester City knocked Chelsea out of the FA Cup. It's payback time. Realistically speaking, this is Chelsea's only hope of a trophy this season. But with no John Terry and smarting from the midweek loss to PSG, it remains to be seen how they will swing it. More questions though. Has John Obi Mikel really found the scoring boots? Will Kelechi Iheanacho shock Chelsea? All the answers will come up tomorrow afternoon at Stamford Bridge. High-flying Tottenham Hotspurs will welcome Crystal Palace to White Hart Lane. Emmanuel Adebayo will have the opportunity to prove to his former employers that he is no spent force and pick up from where he left off last week. For Spurs, with only 1 loss in their last 6 encounters with Palace, Pochettino will hope his words are up for it against a determined Palace side. Blackburn Rovers will play West Ham United, while on Monday, Manchester United will be without Wayne Rooney when the Red Devils take on Shrewsbury Town. In the La Liga, Barcelona sits 6 points ahead of Atletico Madrid after the 3-1 midweek win over Sporting Gijón. But this weekend, they will be guests of Las Palmas, who are struggling with relegation. They should be easy pickings for Barcelona. With the Champions League encounter with Arsenal ahead, it may not be a straightforward affair for La Blaugrana. On Sunday, Real Madrid will take a trip to Andalusia as guests of Malaga. Part of Los Merengues' woes was their inability to secure a win in the first leg. With Zinedine Zidane at the helm, it's been a new era with Real Madrid still undefeated under their new gaffer. They will, however, need a win at the Estadio La Rosaleda to keep pace with Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. This weekend in the Nigeria Premier League, Plateau United will play Niger Tornadoes, Giwa FC at home to FC Ifeanyi Nasarawa United will play newcomers MFM FC, while Dolphins are at home to Enyimba. Shooting Stars will lock horns with Lobby Stars. Sunshine Stars play Akwa United, while newcomers Ikorodu United are also at home to Abia Warriors. El Kanami Warriors will play Wiki Tourists. Heartland play Warri Wolves, while the big game of the weekend is in Kano, where Kano Pillars play Rangers International of Enugu.
3 players were selected for the Ballon d'Or: Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and of course Neymar. At the end of the day, Messi came up. Which of these 3 players you actually have a soft feeling for?
A soft feeling. I have to meet them, touch them, then I know who has soft feeling. You have to feel the soft. So all I want you people to do is arrange my movement to that place. So when I meet them, I touch them. I'll now tell you I have soft feeling for. But as of here now, the 3 of them, there are 3 players that were moving to the door. Messi got to the door first. Saying a Ballon d'Or, he was at the door. That's why he won it.
The main issue on Hot Sports will look at the Nigerian Professional League as it kicks off today. The League Management Committee came into managing the league. in the past few years, and many have said it has been a very good refining of league administration and, of course, football. And the fine-tuning, of course, has helped the quality of the league. Some pundits look at the performance of Nigerian club sides when it comes to the continent, and they feel it's also a backlash on the quality of the league, meaning the LMC may have not done enough to really uplift the quality of the Nigerian league when it comes to making the right mark in the African continent. That is the main issue we are addressing on Hot Sports today.
We have great clubs. They just were not prepared. And it's not the timing of the league. They were not prepared. If you actually run as a professional side, you don't stop playing because the season has ended. I expect the league clubs themselves to design a program that fills this vacuum. Tour within the country. It's a big country. You know the number of clubs we have? Create football shows. Tour, visit. Go out of the country, play. You have your neighbors, right? Go play with them. Get yourself busy. Be professional. Don't go to sleep and say you're waiting for the start of the season. That's the last two experiences we've had. If the clubs get professional and get playing, that's what happens in Europe. You hear about these tours. These tours are meant to keep them in shape. So the clubs must devote themselves to their game, to their arts. They should keep themselves in shape so they can contest. But it's not a reflection of the potential here. Our football is not going there. Our football is just as strong. We just need to be better organized.
Chuka Izuegbuna and Tosin Adeniji are ready to trash out the main issue on Hot Sports today.
It's been 4 years of the LMC, the league management company, managing the Nigerian league, and we must say that they've done a commendable job. They've done a decent job. It's what's commended. But the big question is our league worth celebrating now? I would say not yet. Not that we will never get there. We will get there, but as it is now, it's still a work in progress. We're on the way, and hopefully we'll get there. But there are so many issues still bedeviling the league that it will be too early for us to start saying we want to start celebrating some merits of how far we've come, what we have achieved. Yes, the LMC have done quite well, but I still think that there's still more to be done. And based on that, we shouldn't bring out the drums and start celebrating and partying just because our league is looking beautiful now and some people are showing a little interest in the league. We still have some way to go, and we should keep our heads down and try to make this league better. In the meantime, still not something to celebrate.
30 years ago, the Nigerian league was the talk of the continent. Then we had teams like Abiola Babes, Leventis United, Iwan National, New Nigerian Bank. These teams actually supplied most of the players in the national team at the junior and the senior levels. And then it was the stadiums were full, stadiums were packed. But fast forward 10, 15 years later, the stadiums became empty. Things weren't going so well. Salaries of players were not being paid. We had a mass exodus of players to Europe. And the Nigerian league became like a mockery, became a joke. Well, now fast forward 2012 and the birth of the LMC. And since then, we've seen more and more improvements. We've seen more away wins per season. We've seen teams playing well, playing fantastic football. We've seen pitches. We've seen better pitches, better facilities. We've seen feeder teams. We've seen teams like ABS coming up, being a feeder team. So I think, all in all, it's something to celebrate about.
My friend Tosin had talked about the merits. It's a good thing it's taking us 30 years back to the days of Leventis. Yes, unfortunately, those days we didn't have the satellite TVs to see what's happening in Europe. So we had to stay contented with what we had. And that was why our league was booming and buoyant. When satellite TV came in, when we had access to seeing what's happening in Europe, that's what marked the slump of our league. And right now, the LMC, they're doing a good job. I must commend them with that. But if you look at our league and compare it to, let's not even go as far as Europe. Let's look at the leagues in Africa. Egypt, South Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, Ghana. Let's look at these leagues and compare them to the Nigerian league. And you will see that it's not yet to huru. There's still plenty to be done.
Yes, Chika, I agree. There's still a lot to be done. But you have to look at it this way. like you said, 30 years ago, our clubs were the best. They were actually the best in Africa. Leventis got to the finals
No,
of the Cup Winners' Cup. Leventis got to the finals of the Cup Winners' Cup. Shooting Stars got to the finals of the Champions Cup, what was called then. Rangers was also in and about. But what we're now saying is this: look, you're comparing these other leagues. Let's take South Africa for example. South Africa, yes, might have a better organization, but they don't have the talent we have.
That's a different thing entirely.
Yes.
If you're talking about talent, we should be harnessing that
There was
talent
a time-
and doing good things and great things with it. We are not doing great things with it. That is why it's shown
Sugar.
in when our clubs go outside.
Anywhere in the world, right? The league is actually not run by the FA. The good leagues, they're not run by the FA, but like a subsidiary of the FA, which is like the LMC.
Yes.
The EPL is run by the Premier League company. The NBA, the NFL in the States are not run by the parent association, but by the league itself, which is what we have in the LMC. Now, cast your mind back. I can remember, was it 2008 or 2009, where I think it was Aqua United winning the match 13-0. That was how low our league sunk to. Because of a relegation issue, so a team won 13-0, and the then Secretary General of the FA was asked to investigate that match. I guess what he said. He said there was no hanky-panky. How can hanky-panky not be in a 13-0 game?
See,
That was the lowest point in the league for me. Now the league is coming back. We're back. We've seen away matches. Kano Pillars, look at last year. Kano Pillars have not lost at home for 12 years. Yeah, that's why I went there last season. And what happened? They won.
To say, has the league improved? Yes, it has improved. Has the LMC done a good job? Yes, they have. But
so why don't we celebrate it?
Is it enough? What we have achieved so far, is it enough for us to start partying?
For where we were coming from,
no,
yes, it is enough.
No, it isn't.
From
because
a 13-0 game,
there are
for
still
referees
issues.
being beaten up.
Referees are still being beaten. It might have reduced, but we still have it. We want to stamp it out. It never happens in Europe. Where you see referees being beaten, but we see once or
Referees
twice.
don't get beaten, but black players get booed. Black players get monkey chants.
That's a different issue. That's totally different.
So you can't-
That's beyond the purview of the management company of the league. But what I'm saying, look at our own league. Referees still get beaten. The security, it's almost absent. You see players not paid salaries for months, sign-on fees. We argue these things, we debate these things. The LMC comes out with regulations, guidelines. If you minimum wage is this, if you don't pay, if you owe this, you'll be. But they don't follow through. For instance, Taraba United last season, they were old. The players demonstrated. Some of the players were beaten by security forces because they were demanding for their rights. And the LMC should have come out to say, if you know you cannot fund a club, then you have no business in football. The LMC, within their powers, they've done quite well, no doubt about it. But I am still against the idea of us saying that our league is there.
No, you can't, like I said, you cannot, we're not there. Yes, it's a work in progress. But let us celebrate where we're coming from. Let us celebrate the fact that you have more away matches per week. Right now, then, in the early 2000s, you hardly got away wins. Now you see week in, week out. And on the average, you go about 2 away wins per week. It's not at the best, but yes, it is still growing. The league is growing. We have better statistics. Thank God for social media. People can follow the matches. Even if you can't be at the stadium, thank God for social media. You can have matches. We have more and more journalists following these games. There are not to mention some names. Yes, we have journalists who have made their name just because of the local league.
Yes, we
went to Chan.
I agree.
And the high point of our local league is when in 2013 Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations with players like Sunday Umba, Godfrey Obabuna, Kenneth Umeru, who were all players in our league.
These players, you're talking about the talent of the players we have.
If the league was not there, if the league was not good enough,
it's not even about the league. It's about the coach even having the will to take a gamble on these players. We've seen coaches who have come and refused to play our home-based players, and we've seen coaches who have come, pick 1 or 2 of these home-based players, and some people start making noise that he has collected money somewhere that they shouldn't. But yes, like I said earlier on, the LMC the LMC, they've done a good job. They are still doing a good job. I believe that they can take us where we want to go. But right now, like I said, and I will point out a few incidences. Now, let's look at last year. We had, which club was it again? Was it Warri Wolves? I can't remember now. That had an international engagement, a Champions League match, and they couldn't go. We have teams getting to the venue of international matches on just minutes before the match starts. Is that
the fault of the LMC? Is the LMC supposed to fund the clubs now?
They are not funding the club, but it's part of the organization. For instance, now as I'm speaking with you now, let's just to digress a bit. The match between Nigeria and Egypt was shifted from 23rd to 26th. Egypt are saying that they've not been carried along that. As far as they're concerned, they don't even know that it has been shifted. That means there's a communication gap. All those things shouldn't be coming up. These are some of the issues that we see in the leagues. We still see players, teams getting mugged on the road. They travel long distance, fixture congestions. We have a lot of issues bedeviling our league, which suggests...
Is that the fault of the LMC?
They cannot be entirely exonerated from...
Let's be reasonable here now. If LMC says, okay, if you can't fund a club, don't come to the league, how many teams will remain in that league?
The truth is this.
Would we have up to 10 teams in the league?
If we have a 10-team league that is running very well, that is running perfectly, players are being paid well, we have good stadia, we have stadia that are filled.
Look, have you seen the facilities?
Let me learn. If we have 10 teams, just 10 teams in our Premier League that are well funded, playing well, it will also impact on the quality of our players, because the places are limited, will lead to higher competition, will produce better quality players. Like you said, in the 70s, in the 80s, the local league produced players that play for the national team. Yes. And they did well. The 1980 national team was made up of home-based players, all of them. Yes. And we won the Nations Cup. It showed you the strength of the league. Then, it was unheard of that players were being owed salaries.
Yes.
But now you hear salary.
Is it the fault of the LMC?
That's what I'm saying. The LMC cannot be entirely exonerated from this. They have to take a bit of the blame.
The funding of the teams is not the purview of the LMC.
Quite agreed.
They set out their regulations, and then look, you have to be a bit flexible. And like I said, you need a 20-team league. Well, it's not necessarily a 20-team league, but at the same time, if somebody comes and says, look, I want to fund the team, I want to be in the league, and you qualify, yes, you're saying yes, if you reduce it to 10 teams, what we'll now find out, yes, it might be a bit more competitive, but it might be more boring. Look, one of the things that killed our league is, if you cast your mind back, when Leventis and Abiola were disbanded, practically half of the players went to Iwanya on both sides. And Iwanya National won the league 5 straight years or 4 straight years. Now what happened? It became monotonous. Now if you now say, okay, if you don't have money, don't play in my league. What do you think will happen? If you have a 10 club league, guys that Ifeanyi Ubah will just pack all the players. You just have a league, maybe Ifeanyi Ubah and Imba and the rest.
There's no point lying about this. Let's not deceive ourselves. Football is money. You need money to run it. Even the LMC needs money to run the affairs of the league. So no matter what we do, no matter what we say or discuss here, everything's still going to boil down to money.
Hello. My name is Glenn Rob, and this is USC Soccer Love Line. USC Soccer Love Line. In case you don't know anything about football, your brother is here for you. I used to think that Sepp Blatter was a new name for a new leather for ball. You know, we used to call ball bladder ball. Then they brought another name, Sepp Blatter. No matter where, just keep watching.
It's the final lap on Hotspots, and we have been looking at the Nigerian Premier League. Good enough, the Premier League kicks off today, so it's like a prologue to what we hope to see in the new season and what we should be able to work on to improve the quality of the league and, of course, make the right impact when it comes to continental club football. I think that is the dream of Nigerian football fans to see the good days of Enyimba, of Aba, and the rest of them who really made that necessary impact because of the competitiveness of the home league. We hope we'll be able to get there. What do you think? Why not join us through our social media platform and, of course, through SMS, and we'll be very glad to air your views on hot sports. That's how far we can go on today's program. We'll be back again next Saturday with another exciting edition of Hot Sports.